Hi, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to learn how to handle large data sets efficiently. Here we are assuming that we are having like 5,000 points and we need to optimize it. How to do that? Here we are generating 5,000 x coordinates and 5,000 y coordinates, and then we are having the plot size. Here we are saying 10 by 10 inches by 6 inches. Then we would like to plot it. So first of all, let's go and see the plot. You see that it's a huge data set. So we are having a lot of points here. Okay. So when we are having a lot of points, because we want it to be easy to trace and understand the graph, because understanding the graph is also very important. Here we are plotting the scatter plot. We are having the x and y axis. We are having the size to be very small because we want to fit all the points there. So if I have a size that is big, it's not very nice to have it. You see, you cannot understand anything from this point, this figure. You see, it's not beautiful. But if we are having the size that is small, it's much easier to work with the figure. So you see that, okay, I can see points in different places. So this place is, for example, empty. This place is empty. And there are certain places that we are having overlap. You see here, this area, we're having a lot of overlap, sorry. So we need to also interpret our figure and understand it and explain it. So we reduce the size very much, and we are going to have the alpha to be 0.2 because it increases the visibility and overlapping. Okay, so when we are seeing all the points here, if we see that they are not very transparent, it means that, okay, it's 1 point or 2 point. But when we are seeing the overlaps here, they are more transparent. So we can easily trace the transparency and overlapping here. So the transparency here, for example, is not is shown as 0.2 in this figure, and here you see, okay, there is 1 point, 1 point, 1 point. But here, because we are having the transparency modified to be 0.2, we can trace the overlap easily rather than having it, for example, to be 0.9. You see, everything is very transparent and the color is very strong, so you cannot understand the overlaps. But when we are having, for example, 0.2, we can trace it very well. We can trace it very, very well. Okay, so these are the technical things that we learn by time to, for example, reduce the size and how to set the transparency level at a point where we can trace the overlaps, because understanding the figure is something and plotting the figure is something else. So we need to plot the figure that is nice and it is understandable and explainable. Now the figure has something to say, but if we were having the transparency level to be high or the size to be high, it was not possible to get anything out of this photo. Thank you for watching.